And today we are going to show you guys a presentation. Apparently, we can see it is about the dance. At the beginning of our presentation, we tend to show you guys a video, so let's watch it. Okay, we have already finished watching the video. And as for myself, want to say that how beautiful it is, right? And it looks like a vivid picture. So, as for you, do you have any special impression towards this video? Can you know the meaning of the dancing shown in the video? And this dancing was shown in Chinese Spring Festival Gala, and it was praised by many audience. To be honest, as for myself, I was attracted by its sense of table at first. Then, after knowing the background of this dancing, I was really touched and shocked by its values. That's today we tend to, in virtue of this video, to introduce the dancing topic to you guys. As for this dancing, it was edified by one of top 10 famous Chinese paintings, the Vast Land, painted by Wang Ximeng. So you can see the picture here. It is this picture, and it is this picture that gives the author of that dancing some educations and inspiration. So they just create that kind of dancing. And also, hundreds of people have joined in this dancing race for about 2 years. And thus, we can achieve education from this video. And, dance cannot just be defined as a kind of physical activity. In contrast, it needs to integrate cultures, the colors, the aesthetics, source, and thus today we are redefine the concept of the dance and show you the charming of dancing. Here, so we have already finished watching the video, right? So we have three questions for you guys. The first one, what is your first impression of this video? As for myself, I have just said that I was really touched by it and how beautiful and amazing it is. As for the second question, you can see which part of the video leaves deep impression for you. That means, so which part of the video attract you most? So of course, it will gives you some good impression. The last question is that do you have any interesting stories related to dance? Maybe it is about yourself, or maybe it is about your friends, or it can be related to your family members. All that is good. So we are really want you to share your story with us. So you can write down that on the blackboard. Then we have the questionnaire. So we have already listed the 5 problems in the questionnaire. So you can scan the code here. Then after all your guys have finished it, we will show the data to you so we can know some deep informations about that. Then we come to the first part of today's presentation. We can see it is about the current situation of the dance. Apparently, nowadays, there are 2 common phenomena. The first one is the cultural bias. The misunderstanding of dance education derives from a cultural prejudice suffered by all the fine arts, in which the visual and performing arts are preserved as the purely performance and entertainment. The second one, you can see it is the small market size. Commonly, not only children but also adults are inclined to regard the dance as the extracurricular activities, and they just spend their spare time practicing the art rather than attach their importance to the dance. But the dance education, so it cannot um, continue to the situation like that. So we need to make some change. Then we come to this part. We can see the second part is the definition of dance education. Apparently, first people just do some arguments. They think that it is a branch of physical education, and they think it just tend to add grace and bearing to mostly female students. But now people just redefine it. They think that the dance education continues the exploration of body parts and movement in sequence with self, others, and the movement through variations of time, space, and energy, and the core of its self knowledge. And dance education doesn't aim to prepare children to become the performance. And also, there are three professionals. They think that the dance education is seemed as the development through the exploration of the time, yeah, space, energy. I have just said that. In other words, dance education seeks the development of self-expression and interpretation through the motion. Of course, we need to introduce the advantage of the dance. All the students or the people will have different perspective towards that, and of course, they will have those worthy benefits. The first one we can see it can express ourselves and build confidence. The second one, it will help the children to extend their hobbies. Maybe not only children, but also the adults can achieve that. The third one, the dance will help the children to satisfy their desires. And also, you can see the first one, it can help people to relax their body and adjust the learning state. Of course, we live in the environment with huge pressure, so every day we have lots of homework and work to do, so of course we will feel really exhausted and stressed out, so we need to relax ourselves. And as for dance, it can relax our body, and also we can do some exercise. Of course, it is really good for us. Finally, you can see it can promote comprehensive development of children. So we can see there are five apparent benefits of the dance. Of course, we know we should pay more attention to the dance. It is really beneficial to our daily life. Then we come to the part of the application of dance. We have already talked about the definition, the benefits, and even the current situation of that. So how can we apply it in daily life, and how can we do it better? So here we just divide it into two parts. The first one, the dance can be regarded as a way to consider discrete concepts, and the second one, it can act as a medium for the holistic weaving of multidisciplinary content. And I will explain them one by one. So let's go. The first one, we can see the picture. The dance can be learned parallel to elements of illiterate, while one is not learned in service to other consideration of the same elements through the medium of writing, and the medium of movement can deepen the understanding and learning. And also, the dance can be incorporated into the public through curriculum in this fashion. And also, dancers can convey the mysterious natures of dance to audience through their movements, the music, and expression. So we can see this picture. There are four children or maybe the adults, they just act differently, but we can feel that they are really happy and they just show us their passions towards the dance. So we can see that the dance have some apparent power. Yeah, it can convey that power to the audience and it will help us to change our minds or we can feel really better than before. As for the second part, the dance, yeah, exercising its ability to bring together many different disciplines into a cohesive, understandable expression. Using space, each discipline exploration of this concept can inform the other, so that it depends the discovery process and brings new understandings to bear. So since dance exploration is at the foundation of this exploration process, it encourages a new perspective of this concept in another discipline. So you can see this picture. Many students are here in one class and they just follow the acts showing the blackbird rides. They of course they act and dance flexibly and they are really immerse themselves in this atmosphere. So we can see that the atmosphere here is really harmonious and we can observe that the dancing is really good for us and it will connect the students together and they will share these feelings and they will have a happiness. So then we come to the next part.
Okay, after we have learned about content, now let's change our stage. As the teachers or instructors, how can we stimulate children's interest in dance? Here I come up with two ways. The first one is to teach them orally, and the other one is to invite all our passion on the stage. Okay, now let's watch the video together.
This is our 18th year of the dance program, and I'm really excited that it's come. One of my favorite things is seeing the kids help choreograph and be part of the production.
Worked so hard, it's gonna finally pay off. We don't have to practice anymore, just have to put all our energy in one spot.
It took a couple months for this performance to come together, but I'm really excited to be here right now.
It's been a terrific experience being able to work with the kids. I've really enjoyed watching them take what I've taught them and expand on it and make it their own. It's amazing, really.
Okay, do you feel their exciting, their love for the stage? What makes them so committed to performing? We all know that education encourages inspired teaching. In fact, in the dance process, this math also applies. So, what is the inspirational teaching in dance? Verbal description is a very effective way to inspire students' emotions and make them feel emotions in dance. And vivid language is very important to the dance training process. It can arouse students' interest in dance, thus making it easier for them to enter the emotional world of dance. And next, the teacher's words should be accurate and simple as possible, not wordy. Otherwise, the students' interest in learning will be reduced and the quality of the dance will be affected. And also, our language should be kind and the image should not be too harsh and rigid. Students' emotions are easily rebellious, so the teacher should be patient. In addition to that, we permit enthusiasm in the classroom. If we use the teacher's word to drive students to practice the moves, a lot of very abstract theoretical knowledge, dance terminology with a very image, simple language meaning, so that students quickly understand music, dance to express the meaning, and thus a better understanding of the dance to express the emotional. In the classroom, we described and inspire students according to the characteristic of the dance. For example, when you stand on the beach and breathe in the fresh air, how do you feel and how can you understand mood by inspiring students to motivate them about the impression? Okay, now let's discussion two questions. What does dance bring to your life? And if dance were added to the course options, would you want to choose this class and why? So now it's a good time. Let's dance now. Thank you.